Yeah. Hip Hop Weekly presents Party Hardy Live. I got my co-host Joaquingo in the building. I got the sexy, the beautiful, Black Barbie, and I got the living legend, man. Big Gipp from Goody Mob, man. We already know what it is, man. Party Hardy Live. So, back to live action with you, big homie, man. We were speaking behind the scenes a little bit about displaying the Nelly situation and the St. Louis situation. Ali, I remember the album with you and Ali and shit.
Yeah, well after we dropped 3 Goody Mob albums. That's when the Face did their thing. I went and I did a label on Koch and dropped a solo record. We sold over 100,000 in. When people used to say 50,000, 20,000 was a flop, and that's what majors do.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So I went and did that, and then I was on the run. Let's be real. I was on.
What you was on the run for?
Man, straightening somebody around here in Atlanta. So I had to jump on the plane and go to LA, and I'm just kicking it in LA, and I run into Ali, and he like, yo man, Nelly up in the hills, man, let's go over there and mess with Nelly. So we went up in Nelly. Me and Ali did 5 songs that night. Man, Nelly was like, yo, man, you rolling with us. So you already know he broke out that suitcase, man, and we jumped on the private and we went to St. Louis. I moved to St. Louis, left Atlanta, and then we did the Ali album. We dropped Grills. It went number 1. And then we went around the world on that. We went and did all of Europe. We went and did Australia, Japan. We went in all over the world with Grills. I got back to New York. And it was we was getting presented with a BMI #1 record, and that was the first time I ran into CeeLo, and he was with Danger Mouse.
Wow.
That was the first time I seen Lil Bro in about 3 years.
Yeah.
Because what people don't understand that the Goody Mob album was really like 3, 4, 5 years late, because we was working on the Goody Mob album early 2000s, and we was in the studio right around the corner, and Danger Mouse said, yo. He called CeeLo from LA, from London, and he said, I got some beats. Would you listen to these beats? CeeLo listened to the beats, and one of the beats was crazy.
Yeah.
CeeLo listened to the beat, went in the studio, and freestyled the whole song and sent it back to him. So the next day we get to the studio, he said, hey, big bro, I gotta tell you something. I said, what's up? He said, Danger Mouse called me and said he went to the radio station in London and played Crazy, and it's a hit. I gotta go to London. So when he told me that, I was like, wow, okay, so what we gonna do? I called Ali. Ali was like, yo, we're gonna do a Kinfolk album. Ain't nothing cook. So me and Ali did the Kinfolk album, went back on the road with Nelly, and that's when I moved to LA, man. I moved to LA, and Lo was like, Lo had all the success he had with
Nas
Barkley, and we was in LA, and he was like, yo, I gotta go to the studio with this dude, man. Like, they want me to work on this solo record. And lo and behold, we walk in the studio, and that's when we meet Bruno Mars.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And Bruno was straight from Hawaii. He was still looking like a little Hawaiian.
He was tan.
And he was like, yo, man, I got this song, bro. Like, I got this song. So he played F You. Fuck you. Bro went in there again. And of course, he from the Dungeon family, so he don't like nothing pop. He like everything that's grungy and all that kind of stuff. So when they played Fuck You, bro walked outside and said, Gipp, I don't like the record. I said, bro, it's a hit. He said, why you say that? I said, you know how many people want to tell their ex, fuck you? And he ain't been able to say it in a nice way, and it's radio ready?
Yeah.
Wow, he dropped the record in 48 hours, it was over 5 million views.
So is this before or after the One Monkey Don't Stop No Show album?
It was after the One Monkey Don't Stop No Show. And now let me explain that.
I'm about to ask you about that.
Let's talk about that. Now during the time, y'all gotta understand that my homeboy Cujo had been through an accident, had lost half his leg while we was recording the 3rd album. And it was a rough time for us. And I know Lo had to go. I know he had to go and do his thing. And I tell people all the time, I said, first time you heard Goody Mob, Lo was singing. So you didn't expect somewhere in the series of his career he wasn't gonna go and do that. So that's what happened. And Cujo, I put out the solo record. I put out Stepping Out, and Cujo was like, bro, I want to do another album. I don't want to leave the industry without having something to say. Like, I don't want to feel like this accident took me away from music. And I said, what you want to name the album? He said, One Monkey Don't Stop No Show. He said, now you gotta understand, that's something your grandmama used to say in the South. You know what I mean? Like, you used to hear, hey baby, one monkey don't stop no show. Get on out there and get to it now. You know what I mean? So that's the kind of stuff we used to hear our grandmama say it. And you gotta also look at it, if CeeLo was in the group at that time, One Monkey Don't Stop No Show would have been perfect. It was just that people was able to say, he not in the group, y'all talking about him, and then we also had used the monkey in it. But I mean, for us, it wasn't about that. It was for us saying, yo, we ain't gonna stop just cause bro wanna go sing right now. We understand because we know him. But you couldn't expect the public to understand that. You know what I mean? And it wasn't no social media where you could talk to people directly like, yo, this was going on. It was like, yo, man, like, so people took whatever they felt it was about, and they ran with it.
But a little bit after that, they said that you exit the group for a little bit, and they went on to record the Lumberjack album.
What's it? It was my label.
Yeah.
So I was cool.
Oh, facts.
You know, I was making a situation for them.
Yeah.
Like I know me and Lo gonna be alright. You know what I mean? But for my two gangsters, I had to make sure they was alright. You know what I mean? So I did that so that they could put out an album. And then I jumped on the bus with Nelly, man. I
got that girls money.
Yeah, I was tripping. We landed in Aspen with Nas and Khalees on the phone, on the plane, man. We was in a whole nother world, and I was tired of the independent stuff. Like I was like, I don't like this independent stuff. Like I'm just used to it. I came in the door with LA and Babyface. I'm used to getting treated a certain way. You know what I mean? So that was the whole time, and it was just a strange time, but it was a time that was well needed by everybody.
What label was that you guys were signed to?
Which one?
Tell me the labels y'all was on.
Well, man, I done been on. That was just Koch during that time.
That was Koch?
For Goody Mom, and then I left Koch. Still had the label on Koch, but I went and I did another situation.
Did y'all have a situation at Epic or something like that?
I got a situation. At Epic now.
Facts.
Yeah, so let's talk about of it to now. I've been on the road with Lo for the last 3 years. I stopped doing music because fuck you. And the source, the voice was so successful. He called me one morning like, yo, bro, like they just called me talking about come out here and do a TV show called The Voice. And we did the original Voice in Dublin. Okay. And so we knew exactly what the show was about, what it looked like. And when we got to LA, we met with Mark Barnett. So when we met with him, he was like, yo, I saw you on Saturday Night Live. I think you real talented and you got a spirit about you that I think national TV would like. Lo started doing that, and man, it was like, yo, our first week it was 18 million viewers. And I told bro, I said, man, I don't know too many people that go 10, like 50, Eminem, they went 10 million in the music. You just did that in the TV.
That's crazy.
So I said, hey man, we're gonna chill out right here. So, I was kind of like, I'm cool on music, pimp. I'm straight. I just watched Lil Bro and watched these gangsters in LA, you know what I mean? And then after we got the voice rolling, I just started going to the studio playing around because he would never come to the studio after the show. He'd go eat somewhere. So I was like, okay, let me just start playing around since we got all these people here. And I did a few songs and I came back home. I called 3000. 3000 came over to my house about 12 o'clock at night and got down in the floor Indian style and listened to a little radio. It was funny, I swear to God. He came and got down on the floor and crossed his legs like an Indian and listened to a little radio. When he listened to it, he said, hey, big bro, I think you got something. I'm gonna call LA and you need to go to New York and see LA and Sylvia. So I jumped on. That's right, love that lady, man. She's such a gangster. So I jumped on the plane and went to New York. I let LA hit. I played 2 songs. He cut it off and he said, welcome home. And that was last year.
That's crazy.
So I just been dropping singles since then. I dropped the first single with CeeLo last year. Me and CeeLo did a song called Shine Like Gold. The record came right out and went to the top 20 overseas in London and Australia. And then my bro got on that Twitter and said something crazy, and they pulled my record all over the world. So I went back in the studio, and me and Eric Benet did a song.
Oh, that's crazy.
I just dropped a video for that. That's on the internet at iTunes. I did a song with Eric Benet.
What's the name of that song? Let the people know.
The name of that song is called Beautiful Lover. And it's a video with just me and Eric Benet and a whole bunch of girls out of LA in the hills playing around.
You know what I want to ask you? Because so many people, you know, you're probably Goody Mob, Dungeon Family, you know, you guys, Arrow, Outkast, everybody. People looked up to y'all. People, you know, you guys inspired people. Who inspired y'all? Like, who was the homie, you know, that you looked at and was like, man,
you know
from the A though,
me?
not, you know what I mean, not the Rakims and stuff like that, but from the A.
Oh, from the A? From the A? You got to talk about Shadi, man. Shadi was the first person to come from the east side in that Duke and Brown Cadillac, man, with DJ Toomp, man. Like, you got to look at during that time, Luke Skywalker was the man of the South. Didn't nobody care about nobody else but Luke Skywalker. So anybody from Atlanta signed to Luke was like out of here, you know. So Luke, Raheem the Dream was from my neighborhood. He went to Thayer High School. We always see the champ, you know what I mean? So outside of that, it was an artist that a lot of people didn't get to hear because he was like the Atlanta version of Tupac, old Drama. And he got locked up his first album, but that's how Atlanta heard of the producer Shawty Red.
Oh, that's crazy.
So, you know, for me, it's just always been about that. And then you gotta look, man, I grew up in my neighborhood. It was this lady called Jean Carn in my neighborhood. She went to Washington High School with Gladys Knight. And her, Gladys Knight, and Patti LaBelle, when they first left Atlanta, they stayed together in New York. So she was like the lady who stayed in my neighborhood. And first time that I met New Edition, I met him over her house playing basketball in her yard. And that was the first time New Edition that ever went on tour was with Miss Carn. So after that, I met Peabo Bryson, Stevie Wonder's been to my neighborhood. Who else? What's his name? What's the other dude? What's the other singing dude of the 80s? Well, you know, so many of them. But I just got to meet the real musicians. And you know, for his 13th birthday, my homeboy Joseph, which was her son, he had his 13th birthday with the Jackson 5 at the Fulton County Stadium. So me just being around music and being able to see Michael Jackson and the brothers, it was just a bug in me that never got out.
That's crazy, man.
You know, so when L.A. and Babyface showed up, I remember T-Boz coming back to the hood like, yo, man, it's this lady named Pebbles. He was like, cause T-Boz used to stay up the street from me. It was like me and Yoda from Organized stayed down the street. Big Rube, T-Boz, and Rico stayed at the top of Delo and Headley. So we all as kids used to be in this parking lot together. And T-Boz, her and KP. Her and KP were the first ones to really sit down with Pebbles and was like, yo, we're gonna do a label.
I was gonna ask you about the whole TLC.
Yeah, that's my girl, man.
I know, man.
Me and Chili, man, that's my partner, man. and y'all don't know, man, like, if you never got to meet Left Eye was such the girl Tupac.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about the whole Left Eye and Nate Dogg, man.
The last time I seen Left Eye and Tupac, they were together.
Wow.
I walked into a studio in LA. Pac called me and said, hey, Gipp, you and Timo come to the studio. I get to the studio, Pac sitting at the board, him and Left Eye drinking a tall can of Old E, and he said, I got something I want you to hear. I said, what, Pac? And he played, you know what he played?
Crazy.
You know what he played, right?
Nah, tell me, because I'm drawing blanks right now.
What was the record he went in Biggie?
Man, hit him up.
Hey, I was the first one to hear it.
Wow.
And he turned around, he said, bruh, what you think? I said, man, you gonna star some shit. You gonna star something. And it was amazing because that last weekend, that's the weekend he got killed, and we was on tour, so we ran around with Tupac all night, and we had to go on to Vegas the next night. And he was like, yo, y'all gonna stay in Vegas? Because we was on the way to the Holyfield Tyson fight. So he was like, yo, we coming, we gonna come to Vegas too. And the tour got back here in Atlanta, so we got back here in Atlanta. It was the Red Light tour. It was DJ Funk Flex with DJing, and it was a TLC show, and it was called the Red Light District when they dropped that record. And we performed with TLC, and I remember Funk Flex was the DJ for the night, and while we was on stage, the music cut off and they said Tupac got shot again. Wow. See, Timo used to run with Tupac's sister and his mama. Like when Tupac was locked up on the Me Against the World album, he used to call us. He used to call our office and be like, yo, when I get out, I'm coming to Atlanta. I'm gonna move my mama to Atlanta. You know what I mean? So that's why I connection with him and
Pop was in Clinton Max with my father around that time.
Wow.
So that's cool.
Yeah, man. Like we just was so connected to what was going on at the time, and you know that's why I say, man, and people didn't really get to see artist like Lisa, man. Like she was so great, dog. Like people gotta understand, Goody Mob was the only rap group that ever did a song with TLC. So when we performed with TLC, I remember the night that we performed downtown, and I actually got to see how talented Lisa was. Like the other girls would go off the stage, Lisa would go over here, she would play the guitar, she would run to the middle of the stage, play the piano, and then she would go to the other side of the stage and play the drums.
Crazy.
So like people don't know what we lost when we lost Lisa.
Man, we getting a lot of knowledge here, man. You feel me?
And she threw the greatest house parties ever, boy. Her and Andre Rising. Oh, boy, Atlanta was so foolish then.
Yeah, man, this Party Hardy Live Hip Hop Weekly presents. You already know what I'm saying. I got the big homie, Big Gipp in the building. I got the sexy, lovely Wakango. I got Black Barbie. Tell him something, Black Barbie, man. Speak to the mic, dog.
Hey.
Yeah, man, we gonna get into this big Gipp mix, and we gonna come back to some more news, some more music, everything, man. Turn up, party.